Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you are doing fine. I'm Nasi Alam, Graduate Teaching Assistant, Department of English, North Dakota State University. Welcome to my channel, Simple Talk. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. Thank you for giving me suggestions. Thank you for being with me. Thank you a lot for watching my videos. It means a lot to me, and I'm truly grateful to you for your support and constant guidance. May the Almighty bless you all. So let us start with a new topic. Today I'm going to discuss the Duolingo question types. I did it beforehand in Bangla, but I wasn't happy with the quality of my content. So this is my second video, and this is in English, and I am doing it after 1 month. The previous one was in Bangla. It was published 1 month back, but I deleted that one because I didn't feel good about the content. So this time let me try in English. I haven't read it. I will go through the test question types and one line by line. I have got this information from the Duolingo website. You can also find it in the website, or otherwise you can watch this video and I will explain it to you. I will make it simple for you, and hopefully it will be important, and watch till the end. So let's start. Let me first look at the general tips here. Look at my scroll button. So there are some good strategies and habits that apply to all the question types on the Duolingo English test. They include test taking strategies, writing tips, and speaking tips. So by going through this web page, you are going to know about the test taking strategies, writing tips, and speaking tips. So let's look at the test taking strategies. Use all of the time that you have available to answer a question. You will not receive a better score for answering questions faster. So take your time. You don't have to rush through your sentences. You don't have, let's say you're taking a writing test. You don't have to rush through your sentences. Take your time, go slow, and kill the allotted time. Okay, one way is to finish it first and move to the next section. The Duolingo authority is saying that you don't have to. Take your time, pause a bit, finish your answer, then move to the next section. If you can give longer responses than is required, for example, write more than 50 words or speak longer than 30 seconds. If you are using English effectively and your response is relevant to the question, and a more developed answer could help you achieve a better score. So that is a good suggestion for me as well, that give longer responses, write more than what is required, speak more than what is required. So if the time allotted is 1 minute, speak for 1 minute. If the writing time is 1 minute, write for 1 minute. Okay, complete your argument, whether in speaking or in writing, in 1 minute. Okay, but speak more than necessary, write more than necessary. And if you watch my another video, stay relevant to the topic. That is very important. Let's say that the topic is traffic jam, but you're talking about population problem that is not connected. So connect it to the topic, connect whatever you say to the topic. Then you will not be penalized for mistakes until you click next to submit your answer and move on to the next item. So take the time to make any corrections. You can't return to a question once you have clicked next. So before you click next, please make sure everything you answer is correct. Or with you watch my videos and you watch my test, what I do there, before I click next, I ensure that I answered everything. At least I didn't miss out any answer, and I try to ensure that I answered everything correctly. Then try not to look at the timer too often, because it can distract you from effectively responding. So keep practicing. So in your mental or in your brain, there will be a muscle memory telling you that the time is about to be up. So let's say you're writing, but you're looking at the time from time to time. It will hamper your writing capacity. Instead, just keep writing. Just look at the time once or twice. If you look at the time frequently, you will miss out on giving the answers effectively. So I would suggest keep practicing. So while doing the practice, your brain will tell you automatically when is the time due. So I won't say you won't look at the time, you will, but not frequently. It can distract you. And leave time at the end of each question to check your response. Okay, so revise, in other words, revise, check your response. Writing, so this is for, and these are the test taking strategies. So what about writing tips? Yeah, either you write in American English or British English, you have to have good command over grammar. You have to be careful about punctuation. You need to be careful about capitalization. So you may buy some grammar books and practice exercising. You can also watch other YouTube videos where they talk about grammar rules and regulations, but the most important part is to keep practicing. And so you use your name, write in capital letters. You use the name of the city, write in capital letters, and you, at least the first letters. And you, what I do, try not to write in long sentences. Try to keep it short so you can use full stop and punctuation marks properly. So don't try to complicate. It's better to write in simple sentences. If you feel confident about writing in long sentences, I would suggest you to go ahead. But in exam time, it's better to write in simple and short sentences. That's what I feel. Then vary your sentence structure, word choice as much as possible. In other words, try to use different words. Let's say in one sentence you have used the word improve. In another sentence, instead of using improve, try to say or try to write develop. So this is how you can expand your vocabulary. So you've watched my videos, and in one of the videos I mentioned that if you want to improve your vocabulary, you need to read and you need to find out the meaning of the difficult words, and you need to know how to write sentences with them. Use a notebook and try to look at the notebook every now and then and keep experimenting with your writing, and in different sentences try to use the new words that you have learned, and also try to learn the Bengali or if you say Hindi, Urdu or Thai or African meanings of those words. If you are from South Africa, definitely you are going to look for the African meanings of those English words. If you are from Pakistan, you will look for Urdu meanings. If you are from India, you will look for Hindi meanings. And if you are from Bangladesh, you will look for Bengali meanings. And if you are from Sri Lanka, you will look for Sinhalese or Tamil meanings, right? So try to have your repertoire of meanings. Then speaking tips. Let's look at the speaking tips. I'm not the right person to talk about it. I don't think I'm a good speaker. Still, I try my best. I am doing everything for you. I want to help you become a better communicator in everything. So speak loudly. That is number one. Speak loudly. Make sure your microphone is good and speak loudly. It shouldn't be too loud. Hello, don't speak like that. I mean, speak in a moderate voice. Clearly, you should be clear. And the pace. You can't speak too slowly. You can't speak too fast. So you have to have a moderation in speed. So I suggest you to record your own lecture. You can also watch some other videos of mine. So you can record your own lecture and hear your own sentences and see where you can improve yourself. Then you can't record your response. If you make a mistake, just keep going. Sometimes you see in my video tests, when I make mistakes, I don't drag on, I just keep going. Okay, I always tell you I'm not a perfect exam taker, but I'm just like you. I'm an average person. You are excellent, you're brilliant. Just what I do, we are trying to learn from each other. That's what I always tell you. We are learning from each other. So here you see that you make a mistake. Everyone makes a mistake. What happens? You move on. Like sometimes I get failures. My writing gets rejected. I may not receive good scores, but what I do, I move on. You learn it, learn from your mistakes and move on. Life, see, look at this beautiful world. The world has a bigger picture. Then Make sure you don't submit your recording until you have finished your entire response. So let's see, that's a speaking test. Submit your recording. Okay, finish your response. You look at my video, watch my test, finish your response, then move next. Okay, so first click on the record button, speak, then finish your response, then move next. And if you see a question, sometimes you may see a question you may not recognize. What will you do? So this includes researching. Okay, so sometimes, yeah, right now, if you watch my latest videos, Duolingo is practicing with some new strategies. They're bringing in some new question types. If you watch my videos 7, 8, you are probably the 6th one too. If you watch those videos, you at the end of the video, almost at the end of the video, almost when my test is over, you see Duolingo gives me some practice experimental questions. Okay, so if you find new questions in your Duolingo exam, do not be tensed, do not be flustered, do not lose your sleep over it. Just hold your patience, read the questions carefully, answer what the questions want. Okay, so you don't have to freak over it. So that's what the Duolingo authority is suggesting you. So see, look at the fill in the blanks. So this is one question type. You will please watch my videos once again. Not only my videos, you can watch any videos. There are plenty of videos, but what I want you to improve yourself. And I also want to improve myself. If I only say they watch my videos, it sounds selfish, isn't it? Yeah, but I won't be unhappy if you watch my videos. So fill in the blanks, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is done. You can watch from other videos. And there are some tips. Let me share the tips I follow. I just write down the answers that I know. Let's say fill in the blanks, right? I know that it is in, it has been. Okay, I'm not sure about this answer. What I do, I go to the next one. I think it should be the. So this is how I finish the blanks first, then I again go back, revise, and I continue to revise them. I continue to look for the right answers and also look at the time. And so this is what I do. I just write down the correct answers, the answers that I know to be correct. Then I leave the blanks. I focus on the blanks. If I'm confused about some answers, I leave them, and then I finish the corrected answers. Then I go back to the blanks, and I then try to think about it. I try to find out the answers. If you watch my test, if you watch my filling the blanks sections, you will see what I do, what strategies I follow. Most of the time, you see that I succeed 90% of the time. I won't say I'm 100% succeed, 100% successful, but you may see 90% of the time I'm passing there in 90% of the time. Then I also share my strategies, how you can find the real English words. So I say to you, read books, improve your vocabulary, read English newspapers and read them loudly, read English newspapers loudly. So then you will understand that there are some real English words and the other words are not the real English words. So look at this one. Regret is an English word. Panic, I have never heard it. It's not an English word. Signature, yes, it is. Unfold, I'm not sure. You can check it out. Deal, it's an English word. Corner, it's an English word. Controlled, I've never heard it. Probably it's not an English word. Fentally, I don't think it's an English word. Prenator, no, it sounds weird, so it's not an English word. Insert, no. Poi, no. Unforgettable, yes, it's an English word. Strementi, no. Friva, no. Sharket, no. Darius, I heard of various. I haven't heard of this one. Perkin, no. So what happens? So when you read a lot, when you read English newspapers, when you read them loudly, you tend to know which the real English words are and which are not the real English words, because there are some common words which usually come in Duolingo test, and sometimes you will find some weird ones. So if you feel uneasy about them, they are not the real English words. Now your reading skill isn't that good, let's say, you don't read much, then you won't do well in Duolingo test. You have to be a good reader, you have to be a good writer, you have to write and read regularly to do well in Duolingo test. Okay, so that's the point of Duolingo test. But you can be good by practicing hard. You can watch my tips, you can follow all the strategies, you can take everyone's motivation, but ladies and gentlemen, if you don't work hard, you won't improve your score, you won't be able to develop your English. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm working hard, I'm trying to develop myself. Then tips, so you can also read those tips if you want. I have shared my experience with you. So what I do in this section, I hear the statement thrice. So let's say I hear this statement, I write it down. Whatever I hear, I write it down. Again, I hear the statement, I write it down. Whatever mistakes there are, I try to correct them, and I hear it thrice just to make sure everything is pin perfect. So that's the strategy I follow. So you can record yourself what you do. You hear the sound and you record. Sorry, you read the sentence. So what will I do? I will click here, record now, then I will speak the sentence. What does it look like? So something like that. Then photo. So you look at this photo, you describe the photo. You can also add new thoughts there. You can describe something that is related to the picture, but let's say this girl is smiling, she's sleeping, she's lying beside a doll, she loves the doll. The color of the pillow, you can talk about, she's looking at someone, probably her parents, so she has had a healthy lifestyle, or she has had a happy life. Why is she happy? Her parents are looking after her. So you can also talk about the importance of parents on our well-being. So this is how you can take the inside house into the outside house. Let's say you can take the internal part external, and so you are talking about her, you're talking about her life inside the house, but you can also bring external factors. So you are also referring to her parents, so her parents take care of her. So that's how you connect the inside part with the outside part. So while writing, you can do that. Okay, speak about the photo. You watch my videos, see how I speak. I just talk about the photo. I struggle at times, but that is part of your life. You will struggle, and there will be moments of hesitation, but keep speaking and stay relevant to the topic. Then you see my videos again. You look at my writing, you can see how I write. So first of all, introduce your topic, introduce your argument, discuss your argument, come with some examples, and conclude your argument. So you look at my writing structure, I follow that pattern. I introduce the topic, I discuss that topic, I elaborate on that topic, then I conclude the topic. So for this part, you need to have a good typing speed. I would request you to write regularly and look at the topics from my exam questions from my videos. Also, you can watch some other videos, you can look at the websites, and you may find some new topics, or you can also look for topics. Google, give me some essay topics, you'll find plenty of them. So keep practicing them, keep writing, and write in 5 minutes. Don't spend too much time. I mean, let's say you're practicing at home, right? Try to finish your writing in 5 minutes. Okay, and you find some essay topics, find some questions about them, and try to answer those questions in your own words and write them in 5 minutes. And if you want to have a vast amount of knowledge on the topic that you are going to write about, try to read English newspapers, and try to read books, try to read magazines, try to read every day, and also watch the news and follow the general news. This is how you will be able to improve. Also talk about, have a group study, okay, share, or you can also share your concerns with me. Then yeah, you watch my video, you see a topic, the speaker will introduce you to a topic, you'll have to think about it for some time, then discuss the topic and try to answer this question: where does it happen, what type of food, probably it's about food, so what type of food do you have, how often do you go to a restaurant, and what do you do in a restaurant, things like that. So that is related to the speaking part. So what happens is, try to answer these questions and keep speaking for 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds, and do not hesitate, do not stop, just keep speaking, okay? And even if you feel that you still have time, try to stay relevant and bring in other issues that are related to the topic. So keep speaking there, and speak about the topic for 90 seconds. Again, they'll give you a topic, you'll have to speak about it for 90 seconds. You come with examples, you try not to be, let's say you are saying something but it's not truth, don't worry, nobody's gonna fact find, nobody's like a police officer, they are not going to investigate whether you are telling a lie or speaking the truth. They are just gonna see how fluently you speak, and don't worry about your grammar, just keep speaking. You don't have to have an American accent, you don't have to have a British accent. Be who you are, be proud of your subcontinental English, be proud of your African English, be proud of your Asian English, doesn't matter, you just be yourself, okay? I don't have an American accent, I live in America, I teach in America, I just speak the way I want, and that's it. I just feel confident in my own voice, okay, in my own accent. So complete, this is the reading part. I hate this part, I don't know why. So in order to do well here, you see, now you watch my test, you see the answers here. So how, read the text first, there are some tips there. You can read the entire passage, then you can double check the answers. So sometimes you answer from your common sense, sometimes you answer from understanding the situation. So what happens, first read the passage, then look at the answers, then choose the best answer, and it comes from your common sense. So to help you with that, you have to have a good understanding of the reading passage first, then you will be able to answer them. In most cases, I'm not 100% successful here. Maybe I do not enjoy this passage, maybe I get distracted, maybe I'm not good enough, whatever it is. These are the suggestions: read the passage and then find out the best answer. And also, to help you with that, you have to have a good knowledge of grammar. You can practice grammar, you can do the exercise works from grammar books, they can be helpful for you. Okay. Then complete this passage, you know about it, you did it beforehand, you watch my test. So choose the best possible sentence here. I mean, this is one, A and C, and so this is A, this is C, so B, which one is among these four answers, which is mostly connected? So find out the best connector here, and that is how you can find out the right answer. And tips, yeah, so pay attention to the sentences before and after the blank, especially if you are undecided. So before and what I do, let me share my strategy. I focus on the last paragraph and I focus on the last sentence of the first paragraph. Then I try to see how the last paragraph and the last sentence of the first paragraph are connected, and which is the best answer from these options, which is connecting the first paragraph and the last paragraph. That is how I find my correct answer. I don't know whether I come with the right answer most of the time. Sometimes my viewers tell me that this is not the right answer, so I'm happy as long as you are helping me with everything. So I scored 140 in my real test. Maybe I did most things correctly, maybe I did not, maybe I failed in this section. I don't know that. Okay, so so you can read these tips if you want to. And if you find familiar passage, if you find the passage familiar, if you find the right answers, if you are confident about the right answers, then yeah, just give the right answers and move to the next section. Okay, and here read the passage, find out the answer of this passage. Okay, so reading the passage will help you, and read the question carefully and find out the best answer for this question. Okay, so don't highlight too much or too little. Be precise but thorough in your selection. Make sure to highlight only the answer to the question asked. So answer only. So do not highlight the full passage. Just answer what the question asked. Okay, just that answer. Maybe I sometimes highlight the full paragraph. I think that is not needed. You just answer what the question asked. Okay, so that is how you can find out the answer to this question, and you don't have to highlight too much, you don't have to highlight too little. Okay. Then once you highlight the text, it will appear in the box below the question, so you can read it in context. If you want to change your highlighting, you can click and drag your cursor. Okay, it's about highlighting. If you remove your cursor, it will remove the highlight part. If you click on the text, it will be highlighting the text. Okay, so what I do, I'm not sure whether it's the right approach or not. If I find the answer, I just highlight that sentence and I put it there. Okay, but sometimes I think about using some of the information from that sentence and using them here. So I'm not sure which is the right approach. Hopefully somebody can help me out with that. Then here, select the best answer. You did it beforehand. Then select the best title. The title, what I do, I find out the connection between the passage and the title. If I see that there is connection between the title and the passage, I just try to answer, choose it to be the best answer. Listen and respond. It's all about following the conversation. Follow the conversation closely. Sometimes I make mistakes, I lose my attention, or what happens, I am confused between the two answers. Sometimes I answer the one which is not right. So you can watch my videos, you can see where I make mistakes, where I do everything right. So that is something you can work on, and it is summarizing the conversation. For that reason, you have to follow the conversation well, you have to listen to them well and summarize the conversation, what happens in the conversation in 75 seconds. So I'm still learning this trick. This is one of my favorite parts. I enjoy this part, but I'm also learning because Duolingo is constantly changing. When I took my test, I didn't have this option, but now I have it. So it's constantly changing and it's good. I love this Duolingo test because it tests you. At the end of the first hour, you feel, after I take my test, almost at the end of the hour, I feel, oh my God, my brain is gone. I'm exhausted. It really tests your brain. So these are the writing. I say to you that first introduce your topic, then discuss what you want to discuss. Bring in some examples. They love examples. So they can be from society, they can be from history, they can be from your life, but whatever, stay relevant to the topic. And speak about it. Watch my videos, how I speak. My voice used to be lower because of the network issue, I guess, but day by day I'm improving. My voice is getting louder. I think my network is getting better, but at least in every video my voice is audible. I'm happy with that. But again, you see my conversation, you see my speech, and you can follow them. You can also look at the questions, you can speak it at home and follow. Keep practicing. Okay, everything, remember, ladies and gentlemen, everything depends on you. Whatever I say, whatever people say, you can follow our advice, you can follow our suggestions. Everything depends on you. If you improve, it is only because of you, because you worked hard for it. And of course, you can take blessings from the Almighty, take blessings from your family members, take blessings from everyone concerned. And if you do good things for people, Duolingo will look after you, hopefully. So these are my small tips. Maybe I'm 90% of the time, maybe 90 in 90% of the cases, maybe I'm right, sometimes I'm not, but I think I have tried my best to make it clear to you. After watching this video, I don't think you might have too many questions. If you have too many questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Give me comments, give me suggestions, or give me your opinion. Love me, hate me, I want the best for you. I always have your interest above anything else in the world. I love you. Let me give that copycat Shah Rukh Khan's kiss. So have a good one, take care, and see you again in another video. And watch the full video, please.